Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics. And with the Star Meet this weekend in West B, we've got the women's indoor track and field captain, Jia Anderson, joining us. Jia, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Yep, thank you.
Gia, I gotta hand it to you. I don't know if there are more sprinters with more swagger in the country when it comes to getting ready for the 60-meter hurdles. Feels like every time you know you're the best out there, you know you're gonna come away number one. Talk to me about the preparation that goes into being one of the best sprinters in the entire conference.
I'd say it starts months in advance with like practices and stuff like that in terms of workouts. We usually have a couple hard workouts at least. I'd say around like four hard workouts before we get to Army. And that starts like all the way in like August, once we start getting into actually being on the track and things like that, or like coming off the hill workouts and stuff. So yeah, it honestly starts way before the meet even comes.
Staying busy athletically is nothing new in your family. Look at Pops, three-sport athlete at Delaware State. What was it like growing up and pushing yourself to get the most out of your athletic potential?
It was kind of hard because, my dad is a big pusher when it comes to athletics. So if anything, that was the one thing that he always liked to be on time for. Uh, so we'd always like, pack up the car, go to track meet, spend the whole day there. I think that was probably his favorite time was to see me run, even if it was, at noon and then waiting until like 4 in the afternoon for another race, like the 200. But yeah, it's always been fun having my dad around and my mom too. But my dad definitely loves it a lot more.
Gia, can we get Dad's reaction to his alma mater bringing in Deshaun Jackson as head coach last year?
I actually don't know. I don't freaking watch football that much. So he doesn't talk to me about football as much.
Okay.
He considers me probably a bad kid because of it. But yeah, most of the time I don't watch football. We watch soccer together more than anything.
I love it. You got some bookshelves that are pretty adorned behind you. I
Uh-huh.
need to know, Gia, what are some of your hobbies that you love outside of track and field?
I love to eat. I love to try new restaurants and stuff like that. Most of the time I do it with my friends, if not my boyfriend, but he's moved, so I haven't seen haven't really done that kind of stuff in a while. Watching movies. I've gotten into reading a lot more this past year, so yeah.
How do you keep your mind right the week leading up to Army? I have to imagine that, as you continue to want to add these N stars to your sweater, there's a lot of excitement, also maybe some nerves. How do you deal with it?
To me, every meet is just like any other meet. It doesn't matter how big or small it is. And that's also what I try to convey to my teammates too, especially the fact that our team is super young. We have a lot of freshmen this year. So just trying to tell them that even though it's the star meet and it's like this big thing or Patriots, we've done it before and we can do it again.
How do you lean on your fellow captains just within the realm of track and field and cross country to make sure that all of you are keeping the entire program at a high standard?
Most of the time it's just communicating with each other, uh, communicating with like the small things, whether it's stuff that we have to do outside of the track or stuff we have to do with the team. Uh, just trying to stay on our toes and be as flexible in order to help each other. Yeah.
Gia, you've done it a number of times, so I need to know what is it like singing second after coming away with an N-Star victory over Army?
It's super good. Even though I would like to say that it's like any other meet, I feel like Army definitely makes it like a big deal. Just because, losing that many times, I'd make it a big deal too. So whenever we do get to sing second, it feels really good. And knowing that I'm making my old teammates proud and anyone who's an alumni of the team proud. So yeah, it feels amazing, honestly.
You mentioned how you got a number of plebes that you've taken under your wing this year. What's the biggest piece of advice that Gia Anderson gives to the freshmen at the Naval Academy so that they can make the absolute most out of their 4 years here?
Don't be afraid to win. I tell them all the time that honestly they should expect to want to beat me, even though some of them may think it's hard. I honestly don't think it's hard. I feel like if they really tried, and, believed in themselves as much as I believe in them. They can do it. So not being afraid to win, beating your, teammate, whether that's your best friend or, just someone on the team, just not being afraid to win.
Speaking of not being afraid to win, how about your junior teammate, Sophia Richter, set the new school record in the
I know.
400 at Penn Elite? What has it been
Yeah.
like watching her continued growth as she rewrites some records of her own?
I think it's pretty special to know that despite her injuries that she had, she still is able to, compete pretty dominantly. Um, and it was pretty exciting to see her run that actually. She was like looking towards us when she crossed the finish line because she couldn't believe it. But I mean, in the words of Coach Cook, he already knew it was going to come eventually. So yeah, it's super nice.
I love it. Last thing I have for you, Gia. You've had the opportunity, as we talked about, getting to sing second a number of times, and you have represented the Navy and Gold quite well in your time at Annapolis. What has it meant to you representing the Naval Academy and doing it as one of the best sprinters in the entire conference?
It definitely is one of my favorite things when it comes to my time in the day. We have a lot of things in terms of stuff that we have to do outside of track. So when I do get to step on the track and I get to, wear my uniform, I wear it proud. There's a lot of people who've gotten to do it before me, and I want to make them just as proud too. My teammates deserve my best effort 24/7. So I try to do that, have a smile on my face, my best attitude. And I owe it to my coaches that I have now and the ones that have brought me up to this point. And then, my parents and my family. So there are a lot of people that make me want to wear my uniform proudly. Uh, and yeah,
Well, you've certainly done that up until this point. We can't wait to watch what you do against the Black Knights this weekend. Gia, thank you so much for your time this morning.
thank you.
You have been listening to the Navy Sports Magazine Show, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics.